Look at so cute.
I want to see what happens. We should betray.
I feel kind of bad, but like
Yeah, but like,
she
dude,
killed us.
she literally fucking killed us. Alright, betray.
I feel bad because we're also like betraying Luna because we said we were gonna ally, but whatever.
I just want to know what the fuck happened.
Me too.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Bae. I'm sorry. You'll understand.
What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
Oh no, I feel
Girl,
bad.
just wait. Just wait. There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd pick betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button. Yeah, us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Sigma.
Right. Well, we should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are.
No.
No, we
It's just
don't.
simple math.
No.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. Yeah, I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Oh, I remember now. Everyone betrayed.
Ah!
See, Luna? See? It was all according to plan.
Oh god, nobody trusts anybody.
Yeah, because fucking Kay, I think he lied to Clover again.
He did, yeah. But to be fair, she was the one that was like, we should both do it because then we'll both get like a one up, you know? This'll be good for the both of us. And he was like, yeah, you've got me there. I'll consider it. That sounds good. And then they both betrayed each other anyway, so it's fine.
That's so funny. They're both fucking liars.
Mm-hmm. What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again.
He went
No. How can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible.
Bitch.
Oh, it's so scary,
It's
Paige.
creepy. Like, what's wrong with her? We gave her the medicine.
Alice. Oh, the music!
No.
Oh, that just sent a chill up my back. I did not like that.
She's just standing there menacingly.
The maniac.
Maniac.
She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. Oh no!
Stay back.
From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
Bitch, you tried to kill me.
You literally tried to kill us.
You know I had 1 point.
Oh my god, now everyone's gonna be fucking mad at him, but like... Dude! She literally killed him!
She literally did. Like, why would she pick betray?
Especially because, like, this entire time he has always voted ally. So for her to just wake up and be like, her eyes snapped open and was like, I have to save myself.
She's crazy.
Oh my god. Me, a coward. You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
How did you
honestly.
get here so fast?
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior
What
knew that.
fucking training?
She's like, I don't know. She said she was doing some shit with Clover and like some top secret shit. I don't know.
I guess.
They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room.
Yes. Right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Yeah, bitch.
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it?
I was literally. Sigma had 1 point.
You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I
Yup.
was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look. I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. And you did, bitch. You
You
did.
did.
You literally did. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid.
Huh? Don't backpedal now.
I knew you'd choose betray.
No. Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Oh shit.
But to be fair, of course Dio would pick betray. Fi knew that.
Yeah, like that. Like, I don't feel bad for Dio, actually. And, like, Fi had to pick Betray because she knew Dio would pick Betray.
Yeah, because Tenmyoji wasn't even there.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Alice, please use your brain.
Fi
Yes.
and Dio.
If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
No, in what fucking universe would Dio ever pick ally? I don't think he has once.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, we're kind of used to that at this point.
Yeah.
Not that it
Period.
seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
Yeah, all of you are sitting around in a circle feeling real shitty now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I turned to look at the results again. Before I'd only been looking down at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Yeah, that's real fucking bad, guys.
Yeah.
Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright, guys, pay attention. We probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma. But I need to
Fuck
think
you.
on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense.
Yeah, I
here
don't
for
care
my
about you.
delicate
Yeah.
constitution.
Doesn't care.
Sorry.
What?
Bitch, what do you mean?
He said, I have to go kill people.
No.
BRB. Dio.
Well, in that case,
Not another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
see? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here. Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming!
Whatever.
You feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know. But I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just
Aw.
slipped or something.
Okay.
You're the best.
She really has a lot of faith in us for like no reason.
Even if you're a little stupid, but I appreciate it.
I think she just wants Sigma a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
My chest hurts too, bestie. My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corner of my eyes. Aww. Luna, I bit my...
Okay.
What is happening? Okay. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
What? Oh.
The Amberjack's gates have closed.
So what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose to betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Excelivir. It didn't kick my ass this time!
Good job.
Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right. The memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card.
Bitch, what's on it?
A memory card.
Like, he's so dumb.
It was under the bomb we found in the lab. The memory card. Under the bomb. That is a memory card. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Dropped the memory card. Yeah. I don't know what's on it though. Just a memory card. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
There's one in the infirmary.
Oh. I guess we can't really
Oh.
use it then.
Isn't there?
Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
it when
Queen.
I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then
Yes. I think we can see what's on it.
Yay.
The computer
Oh,
there
I'm
should be
nervous.
able to read it.
Me too.
oh, I'm nervous. Luna and I exploded into the infirmary,
Whoa.
nearly running into Alex, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Aww.
Oh, he's so sleepy.
Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
None of your business.
I opened my mouth to retort and thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already.
Whoa.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters.
Bitch.
Girl, what the fuck is this?
What is this? I don't even know. I can't find any words.
Well,
Can you?
so every line is just repeating itself over and over again.
Oh.
And then it's like if you look from left to right, like the first one is the same as the third one, and then same as the fourth one, and then if you look from it from top to bottom, two letters just repeat itself over and over.
You're right.
Like, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
6 rows,
Wow.
22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set. In other words, the
Thank you.
first
I
two
just said
rows
that.
just repeat. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. I just said that.
You're so
Thank you.
smart.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
Bitch, what?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
Hello?
Hey, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
Girl, what the fuck?
Okay.
We are losing the plot.
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Oh, we saw that on that one knife. Do you remember that?
One knife.
Okay, remember when it was just Sigma and Phi left and we got out of the room and we couldn't find anyone and then we went into the well, we found Clover and Tenmyoji dead and then we went to the rec room and we found Kay and Dio dead and Dio had been stabbed with a knife, and on the knife there was an engraving on it that was Myrmidon.
Myrmidons?
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Was that the same knife that, like, killed Alice in a different route?
Yeah, so what? Okay, so I'm thinking Dio said he was part of like some group that sent him here to infiltrate the game. So maybe he's a part of this terrorist group.
Good thing he's not in the room. Are the Myrmidons in the room with us right now?
No.
Myrmidons. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before. You have.
Yeah, you have, bestie.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch
The
of thugs
Nile
who are trying to
monitors.
destroy and dismantle most of human civilization.
Why?
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Can y'all tell what it says?
Yeah, can you share with the class, please? Damn, I have got a ton of questions for you. Let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
Thanks, Sigma.
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh. What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about
What?
you, Clover?
Why would it take hundreds of years?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See,
Dumb bitch.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice Clover, who the hell are you?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Oh, whatever. Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
Don't piss me off. Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the
Oh
person
my
who set
fucking
the bomb.
god.
No.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. Ally.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please.
Bleak.
Please! We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
Are you serious? You won't even tell us that?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she leapt up and ran out of the room.
Hello?
Okay. Hey, wait, Alice! I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters, or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on? Are they about to kiss right now? Oh! Oh!
No way.
No way.
She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks.
Okay.
We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I'm kind of nervous.
I know. Why is there like no music?
My heart's going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
Well, sometimes I do.
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared.
Damn.
See?
Okay.
I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me!
No, dang.
Get it over with!
Are we about to kiss?
I know, like,
Be-
what's going on?
Be honest, you want me, huh?
Be honest.
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could
The
kill you.
music.
I know, what the fuck? We've never heard this before.
Come on. Calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. What the fuck is happening?
Oh my... Oh my god!
Paige, where the fuck did this come from?
I wasn't expecting this at all.
Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Pack it up.
Back it up.
Pack it up. That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons? Alice, I don't know how to tell you this, but your father was murdered by a Nile monitor.
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Okay.
Sure, I guess. Are we gonna fuck? Ah, come on.
Keep your mouth shut. I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What crying? I don't remember any crying. I cried.
Okay.
Good. Alright then.
Alice took a deep breath and began.
Oh shit, is she really gonna tell
Do
us?
not end.
Please. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought it was about to say to be continued. I was about to get so fucking mad.
My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. He was
Oh,
recruited by an American lab, which is why we moved. Okay. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. Dang. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I had missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Mother. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying.
So where's the part where you get frozen in ice and get put on the Titanic? Just curious.
After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father.
Her legally blonde slay.
Oh my god, wait, you're right. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left.
That's a stupid ass name. Oh my god. And what's your father's name, right? Oh god.
We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. Dang, okay, we're getting some real lore right now.
I know, I'm kind of shocked.
We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. But trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall.
Oh my god, so we got Left and we got Brother. That's great.
Oh, Brother. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. Hey, that's where we were in 999!
Oh my god, you're right.
I headed out immediately. And we saw this
Oh
at the
my-
end of 999! Do you remember?
I do.
Yeah. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere.
Mother.
I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone.
Weren't they tracking down,
Akane and Aoi.
yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had investigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul.
Good job.
Thank you. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se.
Who?
It's Ace. Remember, he was in the trunk like Gamzee.
Oh my god, you're right. I
Yeah.
thought. Oh god. I forgot about his stupid ass.
Yeah. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other four, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul and very committed to their cause.
Golly!
What the fuck? So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so we'll try and give you a quick rundown. It's okay, Bae. We know. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people.
Yeah.
To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy.
Yeah, thank you.
The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew that she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. Oh no!
Oh shit.
The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father.
Oh shit.
He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. Oh my god, this is so sad! They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale, on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin.
Sheesh.
On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. Oh no, this is really sad. Oh my
This
god.
is really fucked up.
Oh my god, this is really sad.
Alice, I'm so sorry.
Oh
Bae, I'm so sorry.
no. I love you, Alice.
Oh.
Oh my god. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time. We gathered information, we did our research, and we planned.
Mother is mothering right now.
No, like, she's actually Mother. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then, on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared.
Would...
What?
Because, like, she said something about that one guy being named, like, brother.
Yeah.
And all I can think about is, like, Aoi.
Oh, yeah. But she said he
But
was
I'm like,
like
that's
old
probably
as
a
fuck.
stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
mean-
why I'm like, so you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AV
Yes.
room.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Ooh. Mm. Mm.
You into this, yes or no? Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Do you want me?
Be honest, you want me, huh?
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon?
Bitch, it's Dio.
One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon. Right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but
How could we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait. A long string of numbers? Could that be...
No, it's gonna do it. Bitch.
Fuck off.
Okay, so I think we've done everything that isn't betraying.
God damn it.
And now we're gonna have to go back and betray people. But we unlocked
What is that thing on the far right?
what?
Up, all the way up. I guess that's like... Yeah, that one.
This is yeah, we have to betray someone to go here.
Oh, okay.
These ones are all betray.
God!
But we have one more thing we can do. We sometime we unlock this one.
Oh, okay.
This is like one of the first ones that we got. It's like after Alice dies, and Clover is like flipping her shit. Damn.
Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. Oh, shit. No.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
The security...
I remember I said this before.
What?
That I thought she just killed herself because she had Radical 6.
I mean, like, yeah, it's possible, but, like, we saw that security footage, right?
Yeah, but that
Oh, no, that was when Luna died.
yeah, that was for Luna.
Okay. She took her own life.
What? No. No. There's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so. You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
'Cause it's funny.
No.
She probably didn't
Oh shit, Sigma.
choke on my water.
Aw.
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
You just said she killed herself! Just me
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch. I am.
Prove it. Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof,
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Oh, well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. I'm a feminist. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. He sounds like a freak right now.
He really does.
You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I'd suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know?
Well,
No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
well. I don't know.
I just knew,
You
dude.
just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyoji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened.
Oh no.
Girl, it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be okay.
All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
Is that the ending?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
We've got a problem. It's
Oh,
almost time
what
for the
now?
primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet.
Fuck you.
Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket. Shouldn't Vi have it then if
What
they're a
color is
pair?
your bracelet, Luna?
I guess Fi and Dio decided that they were gonna go through a door together.
I'm a
Okay.
cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please. You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have. This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Damn.
Girl, it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be okay.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room. Mother.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah. Can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Quark!
Oh
Hello?
shit, hi!
Are you supposed to be up?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey,
Uh,
where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Did we not give him the shot thing in this route, or?
I don't know. I mean, he seems like normal right now, so I don't know.
Paige, this is the first time we've seen him like normal and awake and talking in like so long.
I know, our fucking Scrunkly.
That's why I got really shocked for a second.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna be asleep like always.
Oh my god. Okay. Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved indeed to be
Corporeal.
corporeal, okay, whatever that word means,
Tip-
Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
Aww.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
No, bitch!
Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism, whatever, had vanished. These words are kicking my ass.
It's okay, you got it.
I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh,
Spunkly.
he's so cute.
So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
He looks stupid.
Oh.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Right now.
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me!
Yippee! Oh my god, are we gonna get to do? Oh no, we're not. We're probably not going to because I think it's about to fucking end.
Yeah.
But I want to do a thing with Quark.
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
Quark is making a
I'm
face
also
where it's like,
relieved to see you well again.
list of crimes, and it's like 50 crimes in a row. I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. He said, "Shut the fuck up!" There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center.
Shut up, bitch.
You're more
He's
likely
so
to just
annoying.
miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? Alright, let's move.
30 seconds remain.
Hurry it up, Vi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
You're like standing
It's time
right
we
there.
were going as well.
Yeah, like what are they freaking out about?
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys, there's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Are we really gonna get to do a whole door with him? God.
What
The
the
fuck?
fuck?
Oh, it's this room.
What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh my god, really?
We're gonna get to be with Quark!
Fucking finally!
I'm so excited!
This game's pretty long.
It is. We've definitely spent
Like-
longer on it than we have 999.
We still
I
have
think.
so much left of it.
I know.
You can just tell what kind of alcohol it is by smelling it.
He has problems. There's John. John Egbert.
Book. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, is she your granddaughter? No? Well, then who the fuck is she then? Hmm?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. What's happening?
Why?
What? Kai.
What the fuck? Ew. Be so fucking for real right now. I guess I should have been reading this.
No, it's okay.
You carry that picture everywhere? What the fuck?
Whoa.
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck was that?
I don't know. So much just happened.
I don't know what to say.
Is he Junpei?
I don't think so.
He might
Is
be.
he?
I mean, who else would carry around a picture of her and be like, "Oh, that's my first love"?
Then why is his name Tenmyoji?
It sounds like his last name. I don't think we ever.
Well, he got
knew.
pretty ugly.
He's old. Then
No, it can't be because Alice is still young.
But what if the old lady that dies is Akane? Because he was looking at her like, you know.
That literally would make no sense because, like, how are Alice and Clover, like, still young?
I don't.
Like, they were with them.
I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck?
Literally none of this makes sense. None of this makes any sense. I'm mad now. This just made me fucking mad.
Is there some time travel shit going on?
Every time I feel like I got a little bit of a grasp on this game, they're like, boom!
I know. It's always they always are doing some shit. Yay!
Good job.
Thank.
No!
What?
Oh.
Damn it!
What?
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
Oh, the picture.
The picture.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Oh, bye, little Steve.
Aww. Him and Gin would be such good friends.
I know.
I watched them jog off towards the blue door. And then they were gone.
I hope nothing happens.
I guess I should be getting back then. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Vi and Clover. And Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AV room and slid his card through the reader. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
Bitch.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see, I can be considerate.
Whatever.
But Ten Myoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
I hope.
I really hope.
Unless Quark doesn't get sick again.
No.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Ten Myoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right, see you guys later. He should have just went with them.
I know.
I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. We are so fucking over.
I'm scared. No, not this music.
Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone, though. Ten Myoji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, just kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh?
Oh.
There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before.
What?
What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it.
What is it?
The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it slowly. Slowly.
Ah!
So, you finally made it.
No, you're...
I am Zero.
What? What? What's happening?
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky.
Who the fuck are you?
As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Ugh. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side.
Where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
Okay.
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect
Don't
it
piss
hardly
me off.
seems fair.
Bro.
Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way,
You are not Blathers, bitch.
so I ask that you listen carefully.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints, detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Okay.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where?
Who's we?
There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater
Alright, I
understanding of
get it already.
You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already?
What?
Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said.
I don't even know who you are.
Let's move on to
Yeah.
the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Oh.
Bomb.
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too?
Oh, I guess they haven't found the bombs in this route.
If he guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey.
Bitch.
Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
Oh shit.
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait. God damn it. You can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at an empty air.
What the fuck?
The hologram had disappeared. Right. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling
Brother.
closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed,
Aw, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. I spun around and ran out the room toward the warehouse.
Bitch.
Grandpa,
Oh.
look, Mr. Sigma's back.
Took you long enough.
Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh.
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
Okay.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
You'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this in both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so.
You better be fucking for real, or I'm killing y'all. But we did only have 1 box, so I think y'all are gonna leave.
I'm scared. I mean, we've been burned by Kay before. He literally said this.
And then Alice killed us.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of trust Tinmyoji, but I don't know.
It's over.
I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear to. I promise.
Oh, Scrunkly.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please. You've got to trust us.
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until
Damn, go.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room second from the right.
I'm scared. Let's go.
I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But
Please. You've gotta trust us. You've gotta choose ally. You promised.
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough. But Quark? I understand.
Yeah, I get it.
What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain. 9,
Alright, well,
8, 7, 6,
I can't betray Quark.
Uh-uh.
Okay, Allied.
Wow.
Oh, you bitches!
Clover has 11 too.
What the fuck? I'm gonna cry!
points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Fuck you!
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Why would they do that? Bitch, now we have 1. Are you serious?
Hey. What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What?
You said you were gonna ally.
So you're not going to leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look. See Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me.
Oh my god.
That crazy ass bitch.
Oh no.
She's...
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have.
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
I'm so mad. Can we ever have anything good?
Clover, are you really going to leave? Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy?
No.
Kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell, I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Who?
Zero.
Make him pay.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Oh, he saw the thing too?
Hmm.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out.
What?
I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
Oh.
Oh.
I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
Okay.
He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
No, you won't.
You literally will never see me.
Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Damn.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends. Thank you for your. As the game is escape is not possible. Please enjoy.
How many times have we heard this?
Too many. Read the letter, please.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. God damn it.
Now you gotta do a little Quark voice.
This is gonna take forever.
Do you want me to do it?
It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him.
Oh.
He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. What the fuck? I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Oh.
Aww.
Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me.
What the fuck?
Dang. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mom.
Congratulations.
He liked to come up to me when I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that maybe Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous.
When did he have time to write this?
Eventually the bartender came back with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! Oh, I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right there in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I never tasted anything like root beer before.
He's just a baby.
Oh. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" And then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I had done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me.
Oh.
I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. Oh.
Who will I have root beer floats with?
Yeah. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa had started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he'd been a little too strict. All of the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying.
Oh.
I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't.
Oh. No, sweetie baby.
What's happening?
I don't know.
What's happening? Why is it black?
I have no idea.
Hello? What?
Oh. Okay.
That's an ending? Like a for real ending?
Oh, interesting.
Bitch.
That's strange.
Bitch, we don't have any answers.
It's okay, we still have so much to do.
That's true, but oh my god. This is like an actual ending that we got.
That's kind of funny.